Hey everyone, how's it going? A big welcome to another video. In this video, I will be talking about how to win with white against the Philidor Defense and specifically the attempt of black to reach the Hanham Variation through a not so good move order. And I'm going to show you exactly how to punish this move order. So if you are a competitive chess player and you want to fund your chess progress, then you might be interested in starting a side hustle to earn an extra income online. If that's the case, go to the link in the description, insert your name and email, and watch my free introductory training where you will learn the 3 secrets my mentors use to generate a consistent income online and how you can do it too, even if you have no previous experience. So I will be sharing my screen and I will be getting to the attempt from black to reach the Hanham Variation. So here we go. I've opened chess base. So 1e4 by white, best by test according to Robert James Fisher. So after e5, knight f3 develops a piece and attacks the pawn on e5. d6 protects the pawn. It's not the most common move. I would say the most common moves are knight c6 and knight f6, but okay. d6 and d4 here. Other moves are possible as well. For example, knight c6, taking on d4, knight f6 as well, maybe queen e7, but knight d7 is not so good. And after knight d7, bishop c4. This is well met with bishop c4 because now possibly the best move is to play c6 or to maybe take on d4. However, what needs to be avoided is bishop e7, because bishop e7 here is just a terrible move. Why? Because white can take on e5, and usually it's not such a good idea for white to take on e5 in these positions unless they have something specific in mind, and here they do. So they take on e5, and if you take back with the pawn, then queen d5, and there is a threat of a checkmate on f7. And the only way to avoid this is to go knight h6, but after bishop h6, yes, you can castle, but here you are a clear piece down and you're completely lost with black. You definitely want to avoid this. So it's a little bit better if you take with the knight. It just doesn't mean you're losing a piece on the spot. But if you take with the knight, then white should take on e5, and after d takes e5, queen h5 with a double attack on f7 and e5. And in this situation, g6 is the best move for black. Queen takes e5, and now knight f6, but white has a dominating position. They're a clear pawn up. They have won a very important pawn, and from here on it's a matter of technique. I remember Nihal Sarin, the Indian young lad, he won a game from this position because he knew this opening trap and he executed it. So if a strong player, his opponent, I don't remember exactly how strong he was, but quite a strong player, fell into this trap, then it's definitely something that your opponents might fall into, and definitely something that you should know with white. Therefore, yeah, after c6, what you can do is instead just castle, and after bishop e7, just take on e5, and they take back with the pawn. And now after, sorry, not bishop g5, knight g5, bishop takes g5, queen h5 with a double attack on f7 and g5. And you're taking back the bishop and you get the bishop pair. This is another promising way for white to play, but maybe if black wants to play this system, then 4c6 or 4e takes d4 is better ways to go, because at least they don't lose on the spot. And after bishop e7, then you lose on the spot either a whole piece or a pawn. So this is definitely something that white should know, because if you get the chance to get such a big advantage, you should definitely grab it. I remember I had this position once when I was younger, 6 years ago, and I didn't know about this opening trap, so I did not take advantage of it. I still managed to win that game, but it would have been significantly easier. And also with black, if you want to reach the Philidor variation, the Philidor defense, the Hanham variation, then there are better move orders. For example, this one here. e4, d6, d4, knight f6, knight c3, and now you could go knight bd7, which avoids the queen exchange, or you could go e5. e5 allows the queen exchange, and after knight f3, if white wants to avoid it, knight bd7, bishop c4, bishop e7, we have reached the Hanham variation. And of course, it's also possible to go knight bd7, and after knight f3, e5, bishop c4, bishop e7, we have reached the Hanham variation, but we have avoided this disaster. And it's very important for black to make a choice which of the two, or maybe they could play both of these variations, but to start with 1d6 and not with 1e5 because of the reasons mentioned in this video. Because after knight bd7, there are other options for white here. For example, f4 is possible, g4 is possible. These options wouldn't be possible after e5 immediately, but e5 immediately allows the queen exchange. So it's a choice that black has to make, and Simon Williams has some excellent courses on the Black Lion variation. So yeah, after knight f3. Knight f3 here is not the only option. I mean, John Shaw here recommends knight e2. You can also take on e5. There are a few options here. Knight f3, and now knight bd7. And again, even here, bishop c4 is not the only option. There is rook g1 with the idea of going g4. There is g4 with the idea of making a sacrifice. There are a few options here. Bishop c4 is another principled option. Anyway, it's your call how you will play, but this opening trap is definitely worth avoiding with black, and worth punishing with white, because after bishop e7 here, white can get a winning advantage if they know about d takes e5. D takes e5 is just terrible here, because after d takes e5, queen d5, and the checkmate is stoppable only with knight h6, which loses a piece. Knight takes e5 is a tiny bit better because it doesn't lose a piece, it just loses a pawn. But this is an important pawn that black has lost. And the last thing we want when you start a chess game is on move 8 to be a pawn down because you didn't do your homework and you didn't know the opening theory. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you took value from it. If you are a competitive chess player and you want to fund your chess progress, and you have big dreams in chess, just like myself, such as traveling to tournaments, which has expenses, for example, transport if it's in another city or another country, accommodation if not a one-day event, entry fees. If you're really serious about your chess, you might want to hire a coach, just like I have done, and I'm also a coach myself. I teach others how to play chess. You might want to invest in chess books and courses, in premium memberships, in certain websites. Then you might be interested in starting a side hustle to earn an extra income online. If that's the case, go to the link in the description, insert your name and email, and watch my free introductory training, where you will learn the 3 secrets my mentors use to generate a consistent income online, and how you can do it too, even if you have no previous experience. If you're a subscriber, I will catch you at the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.